I have no recollection.
Well, let me jog your memory. A little Vergil.
When you think of Devil May Cry, what usually comes to mind is explosive action, over-the-top demon slaying, and Dante's effortlessly cool personality. It's a franchise known for its wild energy, jaw-dropping visuals, and fast-paced, stylish combat that feels almost larger than life. So naturally, many fans assume animation is the only way to properly bring that kind of high-octane experience to life. And while it's true that animation does give creators a lot of freedom to match the vibe of the games, that doesn't mean a live-action Devil May Cry show is out of the question. In fact, if done with care and the right creative team, live action could offer a fresh and exciting take that brings even more fans into Dante's demon-filled world. A big part of what makes animation such a strong fit is how easily it captures the franchise's most insane moments. Whether it's Dante running up walls mid-fight, freezing time to slice through enemies, or literally using demons as skateboards, those wild visuals feel completely natural in animation. But what's interesting is that special effects technology has come such a long way recently. Because of that, we've already seen live-action video game adaptations like Sonic the Hedgehog and HBO's The Last of Us break expectations and really connect with audiences. So although Devil May Cry has a more abstract style than most of those properties, a skilled effects team and stylized direction could absolutely bring Dante's world to life in a unique, live-action way. That's especially true if the show leans into the franchise's core identity. Fans remember when Devil May Cry 2 tried to go down a more serious, realistic route, and it just didn't stick the landing. The series works best when it embraces the bold, bizarre, and unapologetically fun energy it's known for. A live-action show that understands this and doesn't try to tone things down could still feel authentic while offering a new lens on the story and characters. It could even be a great chance to dive deeper into Dante's backstory, explore more emotional angles, or show moments between missions that the games only hint at. Because sometimes, the quieter scenes hit even harder when balanced against wild, explosive action. Now, when it comes to voice acting, there's no denying how iconic the original cast is, especially Ruben Langdon as Dante. The 2007 Devil May Cry anime kept him on board, but the rest of the main cast didn't make it over, and some characters like Trish and Lady were barely used. So while that anime had its moments, fans have been craving something that really uses the whole roster to its full potential. A live-action adaptation could not only reintroduce these beloved characters, but also offer the chance to bring in actors who feel right for the roles, people who can carry that same charisma, swagger, and emotional weight. And with a bunch of talented film and TV actors out there, casting could end up being one of the biggest strengths of the series. There's also a growing trend right now when it comes to adapting video games into anime-style shows, and it's working really well. Just look at Cyberpunk Edgerunners. That show didn't just expand the world of the game, it also told a powerful story that brought in new fans and gave longtime players more depth to the universe. Its stunning animation and heartfelt characters helped it win Anime of the Year in 2023, and it set a new bar for what adaptations can be. The momentum from that success, plus shows like Netflix's Castlevania, shows there's a real appetite for game-based stories that respect the original lore and push the boundaries of storytelling. But this doesn't mean live action is being left behind. Quite the opposite. It's evolving. As game franchises like The Last of Us have shown, you can adapt deep, action-heavy games into live-action series if you keep what made the source material special. For Devil May Cry, that means staying true to Dante's tone, the gothic meets urban settings, and the balance between humor, tragedy, and chaos. A live-action show wouldn't have to compete with animation, it could complement it, offering another way for fans to connect with the world they love. And let's not forget how well known the Devil May Cry name is. It's a franchise that's lasted over 2 decades, with a dedicated fanbase and recognizable characters that already have a huge impact in the gaming world. So whether it's animated or live action, what matters most is the storytelling. A live action version that respects the games, embraces the stylish absurdity, and still manages to give the characters heart could be something really special. It might not look exactly like the games, but it could expand the universe in a way we haven't seen before. So while animation will always be a great home for Devil May Cry, especially with Netflix's upcoming series likely to push the envelope, even a live-action project has the potential to surprise everyone. With the right creative vision, a solid cast, and a bunch of passion for the source material, a live-action Dante could make his way onto our screens in a way that's just as thrilling as his video game adventures. And if that ever happens, it's safe to say that fans will be watching closely, sword in one hand and slice of pizza in the other. As for who can play Dante in a live-action Devil May Cry movie, well, that's been a hot topic among fans for years, and recently, some rumors have stirred up the conversation again, especially with Jensen Ackles' name being thrown into the mix. Ackles, known for his role as Dean Winchester in Supernatural, has that smirking, gun-slinging, demon-hunting energy that feels very Dante. He's rugged, charismatic, and already has experience balancing action with humor and emotional depth. While nothing's been officially confirmed, the idea of him picking up Ebony and Ivory has definitely gotten fans buzzing. But Ackles isn't the only name in the conversation. Some fans have also mentioned actors like Charlie Hunnam or even Alexander Skarsgård, who both bring that physical presence and gritty charm that could work for a character like Dante. It really depends on what kind of tone the movie wants. If they go with a slightly older, more experienced Dante, Ackles makes a ton of sense. If they want a younger version, someone like Dacre Montgomery or even Joseph Quinn from Stranger Things could be interesting picks. These guys bring edge and charisma, and you can totally picture them in Dante's red coat, cracking wise mid-battle. Now, as for other characters, there's plenty of speculation too. For Vergil, fans are dreaming up names like Bill Skarsgård or even someone like Jamie Campbell Bower. They've both got that intense, cold stare that Vergil needs. You need an actor who can play stoic and sharp, but also show the emotional weight behind his rivalry with Dante. Their dynamic is a big part of what makes the story tick, so casting has to absolutely nail that sibling tension. Trish, the demon who looks like Dante's late mother, would need someone who can do mysterious and badass in her sleep. Charlize Theron would be an iconic choice, but someone like Ana de Armas or Jodie Comer could also bring something fresh and powerful to the role. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay in the loop, and if you want, you can share your thoughts about this video in the comments.